1968 comes to a close. Such a time. A new age or the same sad story? In this time, Thomas Merton is seen as a man whose vision and writing brings hope to a world in short supply. But there are some who say he is a heretic, while others accuse him of using religion to hide from the real world. Who is he really? The year began with Merton living as a hermit in the Kentucky woods. It will be the most momentous year in his remarkable life. And he begins it with a lively celebration of the new year.
This will be a sort of a New Year's Eve party, I guess, from now on. I'm up late, it's 7 o'clock, and instead of going to bed, I'm going to sit around and play some records. And so you are invited to participate in this New Year's Eve party of one, or rather two, me and my girlfriend Mary Lou Williams. But Mary Lou Williams is on a record. She is a Kansas City pianist. I am an addict of Kansas City jazz. Of course, this takes me back to days 25, 30 years ago in Greenwich Village when we used to have a couple of boogie-woogie pianists around the corner from where I lived, and I used to be down there almost every night. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. It makes a great deal of sense to me.
Thomas Merton is born in France in 1915. His parents are both artists. He is an orphan by the age of 16. Times of struggle and search follow. Wine, women, a baby? Maybe. Communism, briefly. Catholicism, intensely. Monk. He enters the Abbey of Gethsemane in December of 1941. He is a man in love. He writes a bestseller about his love. More books follow, many more books. He is acclaimed internationally. Then, after years of petitioning his religious superiors, he is allowed to live as a hermit. It's what he's always wanted. Still, he is a restless man in a restless time.
The year struggles with its own blackness. Dark, wet mush of snow under frozen rain for 2 days. A desolation of wetness and waste turning to mud. Incredible barbarity of the Vietnam War. The weapons used. The ways of killing utterly defenseless people. It is appalling. Surely the moral sense of this country is eroded, except that there are protests. How few know even a little of the facts? Certainly this can't go on. The country is under judgment.
Once his words were pious, edifying. Now they can sting. Some wonder what's become of the holy monk they thought they knew.
You made terribly wild, immoral statements about our country.
You can't prove them, and you know you can't.
For a priest to so engage himself brands his activity as immoral, reprehensible, disloyal and violating of his sacred duty and trust.
Here is a human being who is frightened to death that nuclear energy is going to cause the end of the world, who therefore goes around screaming at the top of his lungs, "Stop the war! For God's sake, stop the war!"
Do you really want to be a Christian or not? Or do you want to be an abstraction, a Zen mystic,